What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another driving experience. If you haven't seen the previous one, it was the Lexus Performance Experience. However, today we are checking out the Cadillac Truth and Dare experience, and an experience it was. First off, I want to thank Cadillac for throwing this event. This event was completely free to anyone who wanted to try it out. Also, big thanks to all the people involved that took everybody that was there to be part of this experience and was very nice and accommodating. The first thing that we got to check out was the night vision that is featured on the CT6 model. What can I say except for wow, this is insane. Not only does it work, but it's absolutely mind-blowing. If I didn't see it for myself, I wouldn't believe it. They had a fog machine fill up the area we were looking at with so much fog we could not see the car facing us and the guy in the middle. However, the Cadillac CT6's night vision had zero issues. Once our minds were blown from the night vision, we went to the self-park, self-brake section, and needless to say, but once again, extremely impressive.
So we're going to turn on the parallel parking right there. It always marks to the right hand side by default. If we want to mark spots on the left, let's say this was a one-way road with cars on that side, I just put on the right turn signal and it changes it over to the other side. We can also adjust that with the buttons that are right below the select parking type. We can change it to pair or perpendicular as well. And put that in reverse. I'm going to trust the car. I take my feet and my hands away from all the controls. It's automatically going to put the car in there just like that by itself. The other cool thing about it is that on the 2017s, we had to manually do the gas and the brake. So now it's all automated as part of the formula. Now, there obviously as well, once we get in here, there's a car back there. It's going to vibrate my seat and warm me, but I didn't touch the brakes. That's the automatic braking system to keep me from running into another car.
Brake assist is here to mitigate what could happen at those last few seconds. If, let's say, you as a driver, you're either not paying attention, not alert, pedestrian jumps out in front of you, and basically the vehicle will detect that you're not in control and that it needs to brake for you. It does wait till the last couple of seconds because we always like to think that the driver's going to be in control. So the human can override the system, but the system doesn't override the human.
Try not to make it too intrusive.
Exactly, you got it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to kind of a slow cruising speed. I'm going to head straight down towards, we call them pedestrian feet. I'm going to make sure my foot's off the brake, and the vehicle will detect the pedestrian, brake on its own. However, there will be an abrupt stop, so keep that in mind. Okay, here we go. Everyone good? Yep. All right. So that was just at a slow, I think we were maybe going 10 miles per hour or so. But I like to let everyone know that the vehicle will detect and will automatically engage, if needed, at speeds between 5 and 50. Now, at 50, it's a little bit more abrupt.
Violent, yeah.
I've done it because it works great. I just don't recommend doing it all day long. And of course, it will start to brake a little bit earlier. And we'll do this one more time because who doesn't want to abrupt stop? I'm going to head straight towards the vehicle. Now I'm going to take my foot off the brake. Last abrupt stop. And then going in reverse, if you guys want to take a look right here on the screen, I've got a vehicle that's coming behind me from left to right, and you see where I've got this on my screen, the alert. What's actually happening is I have a corresponding vibration on either side of my seat. So if I'm in reverse, let's say backing out of a driveway is a good example, and all of a sudden I've got a vibration on the right side of my seat.
You know to look that way.
I know to either look that way, or I know that something's coming or there's an object there and that I need to apply the brake.
Then we sat down in a CT6 and got to experience the audio of the sound system. It's extremely impressive, and it's a shame that the camera couldn't do it justice, but here's the clip.
34 speakers, apparently.
There is a light to all this darkness, I will tell you this. There's redemption.
This is theater quality.
This is
theater quality.
theater, man. This is theater in a car. This is crazy.
This, I mean, it feels like Dolby Atmos.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Get out.
Wow. Wow. That's not even all the way up. Going from all this great tech and capabilities of a lot of these cars, we were then provided the opportunity to autocross the 4-cylinder turbo model and the 6-cylinder naturally aspirated models of the CTS and the ATS. Let's see what you can do.
Well, I'm no full throttle auto.
Oh, you're good to go.
That's tight.
Brakes are good.
Brakes are real good.
That turbo feels pretty good, huh?
It's solid.
Yeah,
it's solid.
Going from that, we got to enjoy a nice drive around a block or two to try out some cars on the road. My cousin first got in the plug-in version of the CT6, and needless to say, once again, we were impressed. Once that was done, we switched to the next vehicle and I got to try out the XT5. Now, I'm not necessarily looking for a SUV crossover, but it was still an enjoyable ride. And finally, after all this was done, we got to experience the amazingness, that's right, I said amazingness, of the ats-v, which is a twin-turbo 6-cylinder, and the cts-v, which is a supercharged V8.
All right, so we're gonna pull up to the cones here. What do you normally drive?
Well, I got a Honda Accord right now.
Oh, it's
so.
okay. This is gonna be very similar to the Honda Accord,
Okay.
except for the part between the 4 white cones.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so here's the 10-second thing on how to really make this work for you.
Absolutely.
If you listen, it'll be awesome.
You got it.
Hands at 9 and 3.
Yes.
Like right where you are.
Absolutely.
Eyes up. We want to be looking at that little lone cone in those trees.
Yes.
Peripheral vision controlling what we do. The hardest thing for people is not to move the steering wheel. Come to full throttle rapidly. Hold it on the floor. If you come off even a little bit, the computer will recalculate.
Right.
All the way to the white cones, and then gently brake, get us to 20. You have a heads-up display, 20 miles an hour before we make the turn.
Absolutely.
So you're good to go. Rock and roll.
Awesome.
And then gently on the brake, get us to 20.
Wow, that 6 turbo is amazing. Okay, cts-v LT4, 640 horsepower, 630 pound-feet of torque, supercharged 6.2 liter V8. We've got a decent amount of rubber down, so we're hooking up pretty good. So, last couple days we were fighting to get traction. Now it's prime track.
Excellent.
So whenever you're ready,
Perfect.
you can hammer down, keep it down to those signs at least, and we'll get the most out of it.
Got it.
Do it.
Wow, that's impressive. Holy, that ats-v is insane, but this is ridiculous. That V8.
Torque in the drag races.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Impressive.
That's crazy. I do have to say I was really impressed with the ats-v, mainly due to the fact that it felt like it had 0 turbo lag. But don't get me wrong, the 640 horsepower cts-v was absolutely exhilarating. All in all, I have to say this was quite enjoyable. It was free, available to anyone who was interested, and you got to experience a lot of what Cadillac had to offer. If this experience is in your location, I would highly recommend you looking into it and going out and checking it out for yourself. Thanks again to Cadillac, and thank you for watching.